There's a certain calm that settles over David Licauco whenever Barbie Forteza's name is mentioned. It's subtle, almost imperceptible unless you're really paying attention, like the way his voice softens, or how his eyes shift, as if they're searching for something familiar. He doesn't speak in flowery language or try to stir emotions. He just tells the truth, and somehow that feels more powerful than any grand gesture. Barbie's presence in my life isn't loud, he once said, but it's constant. And that kind of presence changes you. Barbie never tries to explain what they are. She doesn't need to. There's a rhythm to how they move around each other. A quiet understanding that doesn't rely on words or labels. She said before that David is one of the few people who doesn't make her feel like she has to be on all the time. With him, she can just be. He doesn't need me to be perfect, she shared once. He just needs me to be real. That kind of connection doesn't happen overnight. It comes from shared silences, inside jokes, late-night conversations that never make it to social media. It's in the way he knows when she's tired without her saying a word, or how she instinctively reaches for his hand when the cameras aren't rolling. People think chemistry is about sparks flying, but sometimes it's about the quiet pull of two people who just understand each other. David has always been careful with his words, but when it comes to Barbie, there's a kind of ease. She reminds me of who I am, he said in an interview. Not because he needed to sound poetic, but because that's exactly what she does. When the industry becomes overwhelming, she's his pause, his reset, his reminder that there's still something pure in all the chaos. Barbie, too, doesn't shy away from talking about the way he's impacted her. David has this way of grounding me, she once said. Even when everything feels like it's moving too fast, he's like this steady place I can return to. That kind of mutual steadiness is rare, especially in a world that moves at the speed of likes and headlines. They don't talk about the future in terms of expectations. There are no declarations, no promises made for the sake of the crowd. But there's something in the way they look at each other. Something unspoken that says, I'll be here. Even if everything else changes, I'll still be here. Maybe that's what makes their connection so captivating. It's not about what they are or aren't. It's about how they make each other feel. Safe. Seen. Enough. And in a world where so much feels temporary, the way David and Barbie show up for each other feels like the closest thing to permanence.